this is Mitch. I'm not in the fitness center at the moment, but that's okay. We're going to be going over getting up off the floor, and I'm going to go over the sequence that I've taught in the class. But before I do that, what I want to really emphasize is the strength involved. So the sequence is a pretty proven sequence. It's a step-by-step, pretty common sense, and it works. The only issue is that you need to have some strength to use it. There's no way around that. There's no way you're going to be able to get up off the floor if you don't have a certain amount of strength in your upper body and your lower body. And I'm going to talk about that as we move through the sequence, okay? I'll talk about what kind of strength we need to move through each position, okay? So I'm going to start by getting down on the floor. So one thing also to note is that if you find yourself down on the floor, it is very unlikely that you're going to be in exactly the right spot or exactly the way you want to be when you're on the floor. Okay, so you're going to have to probably roll over or crawl or get on your knees or something that's pretty uncomfortable if you're going to get up. Okay, you have to understand that, and these are things that are important to understand and know. So if I'm on the ground here, the first step I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to roll over so I'm on my hands and knees. Okay, I cannot move from this position. I need to get over. That's going to involve a little bit of core strength, maybe a little upper body strength as well. So I'm going to roll over, get into this position right here. Okay, that's step one. Step two is I'm going to get on my hands and knees so that I can crawl to that chair. Okay, if you do, you might be in a position where there's nothing for you to crawl to. We're going to go over that as well. But if you're somewhere where you have something you can put your hands on, a chair, a table, an ottoman, something like that, that's very helpful. So I'm going to get on my hands and knees here. And again, I know that kneeling can be very problematic for some people, but you might not have a choice here, okay? So get on my hands and knees. I'm going to crawl to that chair. And again, I'm looking for, when you're doing that, there's going to be some upper and lower body and some core strength here, a little bit, not a ton. From here, I'm going to get my hands up on that chair. From here, I'm going to bring one leg forward to get into this position here, okay? Then I'm going to use the chair, I'm going to push off, I'm going to stand up. That's going to require two things. It's going to require upper body strength to help me push off that chair. It's going to require lower body strength in both legs to get me to allow me to stand up. I'm going to push off, stand up. I can stand up all the way. That's great. If I'm feeling a little woozy, which is perfectly possible, I'm just going to plop right back down on that chair. Okay? So let me show you what we're going to do in case there is no chair. There's nothing to push off of. This is going to require a little more lower body and upper body strength because I'm going to be in a little worse position. So from this position right here, I'm going to just get that leg out in front of me as best I can, and I'm going to use this leg to push off of instead of the chair. So from here, I just prop myself up onto that leg, and I'm going to push down until I get up. Okay? So you can see there are some different, those steps make a lot of sense as you move through, but you need the strength to pull these things off, okay? I just really have to emphasize that. This is the kind of thing that if you don't work on your strength, if you don't work on some version of this sequence, working on it and practicing it and getting to know it, when it comes time to use it, and it will never be a joy to use this sequence, but when it comes time to use it, if you haven't worked on these things, you might find yourself in a pretty bad spot. So I encourage you to work on it. You can come down to the fitness center. We can walk through it together. You can do it at home. A couple of times a week can go a long way to getting yourself stronger, getting to know this sequence very well, and being able to use it in a really, really unfortunate circumstance. Because if you're down on the ground and you're having to think about this sequence, you're going to be in an unfortunate circumstance. There's no way around it. So, so just keep that in mind. And yeah, let me know if you need any help. Let me know what you need to get through this and how I can help you do that better. Have a great day.